During my writing stint some years back, I had to write an article on the renowned German director Werner Herzog. And while reading about him, I was completely fascinated with his thoughts and ideologies. One thing that particularly stuck with me was his passion for walking, or rather traveling on foot. He said, "When I am walking, I fall deep into dreams." Somehow, that thought has been there with me since then. I love the process of traveling from one place to another, experiencing the changing landscape, witnessing the different ways of living, thinking about the people who live there. I wonder how they perceive the place, how the landscape defines the life of the people living there. Often, when we are driving through somewhere, I see houses or fields rush by, leaving me feel incomplete. For the moment rushed by swiftly, and I could not observe everything in detail. But as you slowly walk through the lanes of a city, you can feel the energy, the distinct character of that place. I personally feel walking through an area provokes strong sense of engagement and familiarity. It gives me enough time to process my experience, allowing me to understand the place and relate with it in a better way. And to walk along the mountains is like cherry on the cake. You are surrounded with the breathtaking beauty of distant mountain peaks. You can smell the fresh air infused with the fragrance of numerous trees, the sound of the birds chirping by, random water streams flowing somewhere, and a group of monkeys walking around, enjoying wild and free. I cannot express how much I crave the untamed wilderness of the mountains. Every time I am in the mountains, I spend most of my time wandering around aimlessly, enjoying the symphony of nature. But this time, when I went home, my brother told my husband about the robber's cave, a cave through which a water stream flows. Now, even though I had heard about the place and so many times thought of going there, somehow I never got the chance to visit it. So this time I finally decided to see it. As we reached there, a crystal clear stream flowed amidst the mountains, sparkling with the sunlight. The weather had turned pleasant after fresh rain, and the cool air felt refreshing on the skin. The water seemed beautiful, gurgling around, slowing down, reaching the end. Frankly, I was quite taken aback by the raw beauty of the place. As we moved towards the cave entrance, the water flow seemed stronger than what I had expected. Perhaps the water level had increased because of the rain. With all the darkness and the strong water flow, I was a little scared to go inside the cave. I would rather sit outside and watch the river flow by. But my husband was more than eager to explore the place. And so I moved ahead, slowly making my way through the strong current. Now, in all truthfulness, I am slightly scared of caves. And with water gushing out of it, I was actually quite nervous. At one point, I actually thought of returning back. The water flow was quite strong for me, and I could hardly move ahead. But I could feel my husband's excitement. I knew he was there with me, along with so many people walking ahead of us. And more importantly, I was completely sure that this was a safe place. There were people watching the water levels, and if there would be anything concerning, they would temporarily close the place. So mentally, I knew there was nothing to worry about. But there was still a sense of fear inside me, making me uneasy. However, I decided that I won't let my fear stop me. I moved ahead, just following the people in front of me. And as I moved ahead through the water, I felt calmer and more confident. I had never experienced something like this before. The rustling leaves overhead, a powerful stream flowing through the heart of the cave, and the intricate wall patterns made over hundreds of years. Nature had created its own path with time. We kept walking through the narrow passageways until it started getting dark. I knew I would freak out walking in the dark, so I quickly headed back towards the mouth of the cave. I did end up losing one of my slippers in the water, and by the time we were out, it was already pitch dark. But I was so glad that I went through it all, adding an extraordinary encounter to my list. At the end of it all, it had been a great day. But before ending this vlog, I want to emphasize on being careful while on vacation, especially in the mountains. The mountains offer boundless beauty and adventure, but it is important to be careful and respectful towards them. Nature is unpredictable and extremely powerful. It does not forgive casual behavior or callousness. Just be a little more cautious, because the world out there is filled with extraordinary places and amazing experiences, only if we are mindful and respectful. Hope you enjoyed this video, and just like always, thank you for sharing your time with me.